What's up, guys? It's our wrestling podcast coming back at you with another episode. This is Dave Vicious, along with Just a Total Package, Craig the British Bulldog, and Cuz, bringing you our perspective of the world of professional wrestling. No inside sources, no ties to the industry.
No ties to the
diehards, sharing opinions with you.
No.
Today's topic,
Watch out,
Halloween Havoc
hat
95 review. For audio fans, give us a listen on Apple, Spotify, and iHeartRadio. And for video, check us out on YouTube at Our Wrestling Channel. And you can also look to your left for several other video options.
You can like and subscribe. You can like and subscribe.
O.W.P 2019. Give us a follow there,
Please
buddy.
like and subscribe.
Thanks, Chainsaw.
Happy Halloween, you stupid fucking whores.
Happy Halloween. This will be on our
Fucking
Tuesday
bitches.
episode.
Yeah.
I know, and Cuz, thank you for joining us for Halloween here.
Oh, yeah.
Thanks for gracing us with your presence,
Or-
buddy.
I'm Brock Lesnar,
Cowboy Brock.
Cowboy Brock.
Which is the
cowboy
best-
Hat, you know, everyone's
which is
got
the
cowboy
best
hat
Brock.
this year. We gotta go with cowboy hat.
It's the best Brock. Absolutely.
It is.
100. So,
I'm gonna
if I have this
wear your fucking
right,
skin.
this takes place October 29th, 1995, in the Joe Louis Arena in Detroit, Michigan. We have 13,000 so attendance. Our pay-per-view buy rate was about 120,000 buys. Looks like Tony Schiavone and Bobby the Brain
120,000
Heenan.
people paid $30 for that.
Yeah, buddy.
Goddamn.
That's how you made money back in the Dizzle. Tony Schiavone, The Brain were our commentary teams here. Yeah, so what the fuck you want to talk about on this one? You know,
Yeah,
anything
Jess,
wanna
you
pick
picked
first?
it.
I did pick this because it is a sharp anniversary. It's 30 years old, and I knew we were going to dress up, and I knew this pay-per-view is probably one of the worst WCW pay-per-views of all time. And it's
It is?
95. 95,
Oh, really?
95 was loaded with it. It's so funny because we recently just did WWF 1995 and WCW 1995, and we went easy on WCW in the
We did.
WCW 1995 because
We did.
Bischoff was making a lot of great business decisions. You know, we had the advent
Right.
of Monday Nitro here in September, which Nitro here, as of this pay-per-view, was only 2 months old. And so there was a lot of business decisions that he made for the future of WCW. And then, but they had we could look at the names on paper and be like, wow, they had all those people, but nothing was original here in 95. It was all shit. And Dungeon of Doom was still a thing. Oh my God, was it still a thing? And you see the debut, a lot of historic stuff here. You see the debut of the Giant on the pay-per-view in a match.
Hogan reinventing himself by shaving his beard and his mustache and wearing
he shaved
black.
it. He had his mustache shaved or whatever because he's doing a goddamn movie role, and he was in like the NWO garb here before the NWO, a year before the NWO was even a thing. It was really weird. Like the whole thing was so fucking weird, and not weird in a good way. This show was absolute dog shit, and I will bury the lead. However, we're gonna have a lot of fun, and it's relevant just because it's 30 years, and this is like business-wise, the year that sparked WCW, I'm convinced, because a year later, the NWO, Hall and Nash, less than a year later, Hall and Nash get signed, they come over, history's made, all that good stuff. But this was what a fuck they were like before that. From when they hired Hulk in '94, and then in '95. All of 95 was just a clusterfuck. But WWF was running on diesel power here, and equally as shitty.
Just as bad.
We're gonna get right into it. Dave, lead us through. Action.
Yeah, well, you can't have a real opener without having Johnny B. Bad.
Yeti.
Johnny B. Bad defeating Diamond Dallas Page with Max Muscle and Diamond Doll for the TV title in 17 minutes.
This fucking shit was 17 minutes.
Before you say that, Dave,
Yeah.
it opens up and we hear that Flair is beaten up backstage, and Heenan laughs and then said, "Oh,
okay?
whatever." And then there's a whole DDP, and Johnny B. Bad backstage in an interview has like grease on his face and oil because he had a flat tire. And then Max Muscle and DDP, because he was very upset about missing his opportunity and stuff. And then Max Muscle gives it away and says like, "Oh, that's sad. You had 4 flat tires." And Johnny B. Bad said, "How'd you know I had 4 flat tires? I didn't say how many flat tires I had." And then they went to the ring and then had this fucking barn burner of a U.S. title.
You did a great impression, but my favorite part of that whole thing was, remember the makeup and the shit that he has on?
Yeah.
And then I'll bring that back later. And then, because it looks so theatrical and stupid, it's like someone just took brown makeup and said, come here. come here. And they speared it on him like, that's you changing entire distress.
Yeah.
And then on top of that, well, at the end of whatever, like it was just such a fucking setup. It was like a Saturday Night Live sketch where he was like, you had 4 flat tires. And he goes, wait a minute. I never said 4 flat tires. I said 1. And audibly, as he hit DDP with the left hook, he went, yeah, like and hit him with it. And I fucking died laughing. Like I belly laughed. Like I was like, this is fucking awesome.
And
like,
the worst work punch ever. Like it was, I don't know. Like Johnny B. Bad can punch, but it was the worst work punch.
They're in a booth and they have Gene Okerlund there, and everyone's like right here, and so he's like, like it just he had to fucking like get it across. It was ridiculously stupid.
And then I was trying to process who the fuck is Max Muscle.
Nope, I don't know. Nobody knows to this day.
Doesn't matter. It doesn't.
I was like, I watched this. We watched Nitro. Like we started.
It was, but let's say it was Batista before he got famous.
Yeah, exactly.
It'll make it better. It'll make it better somehow.
The only thing I have to say before I grade this is, fake oil and lies. It sounds like somebody's bachelor party that we attended. But anyway,
yeah.
So
sounds like
y'all
a good adult movie.
But I'll give it a B. It's a B. It's a good match.
Fuck.
No, I was gonna say 17 minutes was way too long, but the last 5 minutes were fucking really good. Like legitly really good. Like they both worked really hard. I give it a solid C+ because like the last 5 minutes I was like, fuck, is this match trying to be good right now? But 17 minutes is so long.
Yeah,
it's
they
so
got too long. Yeah.
Nelson applied. Diamond gets clothesline. And Nick Patrick's letting him get away with it. Max Muscle goes down. 1, 2, 3, it's over.
Ladies and gentlemen, going of the match and new WCW World Television Champion, Johnny B. Bad.
How about that?
Yeah, I'll give it a C. There's a reason Johnny B. Bad was always the curtain jerker, and he was great and reliable, and we've talked about it before. And thank God there was no explosion cannon because he did the little trickery. But good for Johnny B. Bad. But man, tough.
I know, cuz you didn't watch this. However,
not this.
How old were you back in '95?
I was like 10. I'd have been 9 right here still. Yeah, I would have been 9. Yeah.
Yeah, so you were just off the sounds of it, cuz what would you give this match? When you're hearing the time, hearing us talk about it, and knowing the two guys who are in it, what would you give it?
I would probably give it maybe a C-. I don't know.
That's fair. That's still fair.
Yeah.
I mean, I know who all these. Like I know Mark Mero.
Knowing that an actual attempted murder was coming up later on the card, did it affect your
match of the night?
Yeah.
Well, it's Halloween Havoc, right? I mean, scary stuff.
Yeah. Yeah, it's scary, spooky.
Well, we gotta cut through some shit to get to that shit. Let's talk about the next match. Randy Savage defeated the Zodiac in 1 minute and 30 seconds. How about a D-?
No, I give it an F+, and let me tell you why the plus is there. Because after Savage gets down, a goddamn fan runs into the ring, and all of the fucking security and referees attack him. And so Savage takes Zodiac and this is all happening in 1 minute and 30 seconds. And Savage takes Zodiac on the other side of the ring and starts punching him. The crowd's going crazy. Bobby Heenan is like, listen to the ovation for Randy Savage. And they were not cheering for Randy Savage. They were cheering. I mean, they cheer in general for him. They were cheering because there was probably like 7 or 8 people by this point on the other side of the ring beating the shit out of that fan. And so everybody was fucking erupting. As they're escorting the fan out on the other side of the ring, Savage puts Beefcake in the ring, and he does a move, and Beefcake starts to get up, and Savage clearly said, like, lay down, and gets up on the top rope and does the elbow and pins him. So it's an F+ because the entire time... I don't know why Savage decided it, but in his mind, he's like, I'm going to end this match right when they take the fan out. So the fan attacking, he timed it around the entire fucking... So I give it a plus because Randy was so astute. And he was like, first of all, I want to get the fuck out of here. And, my excuse for doing that is there's a fucking rogue fan in here. So let's end it quick.
Well, there's 2 excuses for that. The rogue fan and the fact that the last match went 17 fucking minutes.
Kamala up, that's what I understand. And got rid of him. Send him back to Uganda. The might come in up top with the flying elbow. He's not going no place.
Ladies and gentlemen, here is your winner, Macho Man, Randy Savage.
Well, if this went well, Shalani, this puts extra incentive
right, sorry,
They're all
Dave. Did you
coming
grade it,
up to-
Dave, or
Sorry.
you don't care and you want to move on because that match was so shit?
Oh, it's horseshit. It was like a D-, and you said
Oh.
F+, which is basically the
That was
same
that was kind. It was an F.
Yes.
thing. Yeah. So, you want to go on to another failure? Let's talk
I give it
about
an A for Rey
Kurosawa,
Mysterio song.
With Colonel Robert Parker defeating Road Warrior Hawk in 3 minutes and 15 seconds. Really strange booking.
Wow.
I'll D- to F+ this too if you like.
Yeah, I'll give it a D. I'll give it a D. It was blah. I was like, why? It's a WCW Nitro match.
Yeah, you said there was better stuff on the pre-show. It makes no
And a
sense.
supposedly revenge match for this guy who is
The Clash of the
Takeshita's
Champions
dad,
right before.
breaking his arm. And then it
Right.
still lasts 3 minutes, and then
He broke his arm, and then Hawk showed up like 2 weeks later with not a cast on, and or he had
And loses
something
in
on.
3.5
He didn't have a
minutes.
bandage on.
Too bad now, does he?
Kurosawa, fireman's carry, crucifix. Wow. Great execution by Kurosawa. Lateral press. 1, 2, right, 3. He beat him. And Ladies and gentlemen, here is your winner, Kurosawa.
This isn't going to sit well with Hawk.
Colonel Parker was holding the rope. He was holding the leg across the rope, for crying out loud.
Hawk had nowhere to go. He had to lay right on that mat.
Cuz off the sound of this, what was your grade on that?
For the Coke,
sound.
A. Yeah.
Oh, well,
There it is.
I like it.
There it is. I like it. Well, I'm pretty sure Coke was involved with this one. Sabu with the Sheik defeated Mr. JL in 3 minutes and 25 seconds.
no,
Mr.
it's not
JL.
Mr. JL, it's
Mr.
just
JL
JL.
is Jerry Lynn, by the way. So that was
well, there
Mr.
you
JL.
go.
And this was the quick. If you blinked, you missed Sabu in WCW here. He did like one Nitro.
Yeah.
Yep.
And he did this fucking pay-per-view, and it was. I give this a C+. Like it wasn't what
Yeah.
it should be, and like you could
I
tell
gave
they
it a
were
C.
rushing. They were rushing to get spots in because they didn't know where they were. Like they almost were laughing at each other. Like they put us on a pay-per-view. Like they put WCW put us on a pay-per-view. Like because
like, all right.
Sabu was like an indie star at this time, and he had done.
Yeah.
I think he had kind of started stuff in ECW and then broke
Right.
away here and then went back to ECW after this. So this is a very
100%.
quick like a portion where he was not with ECW. It was really weird to see, but it was not what they could do like at all. Not even close.
yeah.
Like this wasn't even like
Yeah.
good.
No, it was rushed, and Sabu is known for being like sloppy on purpose with like certain moves and stuff. And Sabu, I could have sworn like he talked to him a lot. He talked to JL a lot, and I think he said "I'm sorry" a couple times. Like I think he punched him right in the face. But it was such an awkward thing, and then the camera totally missed the fireball from the Sheik at the end. I don't know whether the Sheik just did it out of nowhere without actually running it through everybody, but he
And it
threw
was
the fireball
WCW back
after
in
he'd already
so who
finished
knows?
it.
Who knows? It was WCW back.
But
Who knows?
I wanted it to be great. I know they worked well together. I know they had great matches. ECW. It was cool to see Sabu. It was man.
It's
Could've
so
gone
weird
longer.
to see
It was
him like in a
weird. It was
WCW
weird.
ring.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
And I know he had
100%.
like a 5-match contract, and I think he wasn't paid a lot or whatever. And it was
Cobo Hall. What great wrestling history in this city.
Oh, using the ropes. Tremendous move. Lateral press.
He got him.
Ladies and gentlemen, the winner of the match,
Oh my goodness, did you see that? The Sheik burned him. Oh, the Sheik threw a ball of fire right in that man's eyes and face and that mask.
Well, that is Vinny Sheik. He's done it to so many people in this sport.
Well,
Sabu.
you guys want to guess about what I grade the next match?
what's the next match, buddy?
Probably the same as me, but go on.
It's an F.
Yeah.
Because it's a
What's the
DQ.
next match? I have to put the graphic.
Lex
up, so go
Luger
ahead.
defeated Ming in a disqualification.
So I didn't say this during the Savage match. So Savage and Luger agreed to take on opponents first, and then if they beat their opponents, then they got to face each other later in the night. That
sense.
is the dumbest thing
Oh, no.
I've ever
Oh,
heard.
it is?
Or or they could have done it on the week before's Nitro and then had that build up into this match. Why they had to wrestle two different people and Savage doing a minute 30 and Luger with Ming in 13 minutes? What? Savage got it right. Couldn't they have let a fan come out and interrupt this shit? Like, why the fuck do we have to watch a 13-minute Luger and Ming match, which is a fucking F? Like, just because it was both slow and plotting, and like, we love Ming, I get it. He's super
Just
tough or whatever.
nerve
but
holds and
this
wear
shit was
down
awful.
holds.
And Luger's so
awful.
stiff. Jesus Christ, he was so stiff. And like, they both
not,
were just
not,
kind of
not
like.
in a good way either. Not, I mean,
Yeah.
he was stiff where like he couldn't
Yeah,
move his
yeah.
body.
Not stiff like
Yeah.
the punches or whatever. He would
Right.
lay there and he would just lay stiff on the ground, like as Mink's kicking him, and he wouldn't sell. He would just lay there. I'm like, what is happening? Like, this is terrible.
It's Lex Luger. That's what's happening.
Yeah, that's true. That's a good point.
And then he was beaten up at the end. It was a schmoz, like with Kevin Sullivan, whoever. It
was a DQ, right? It wasn't even a fucking clean finish. It was they were doing some stupid storyline, which you kind of see at the end, and you're just like, why?
So
why
great. Now they have the privilege of two faces supposedly going together. Like,
so the whole time it's like, Luger's been a tweener since he came back in September in the company. So he's friends with Sting, but yet like he does heel stuff or whatever. So nobody really knew if he was face or heel here. So that's
and then Luger does a classic promo a little while later in the card where he almost botches. He calls WCW. He almost says World Wrestling Federation, and then he just like. Fucking like classic Luger, just like awful stilted promo. Like it was fantastic. I loved it. I laughed so hard.
Well, if you love falling on your face, yeah, it's great stuff. You love botches, that's the way to go.
So yeah, I give it F. Cuz off the sound of it, Cuz what do you give it?
Yeah, A+, Cuz.
Please see B or A.
You like Luger.
You like Luger.
I'll give it a solid C. You know what?
Yeah, good call, Cuz.
All right.
Actually, Cuz's grades are actually fair on the like. If anybody gave them that saw it, I'd be like, that's fair. I mean, that's fair. That's fine.
We just got to stay fair.
There you go.
Stay honest. Consistent.
Well, this will get interesting for you. Sting and Ric Flair defeated Arn Anderson and Brian Pillman via disqualification in 17 minutes.
But really, Sting was defeated. If you catch my drift.
Yeah. He turns and backstabs, the Stinger, right?
So I'm gonna go first, and I'm gonna ridiculously grade this, and I'm gonna give it an A, and it's not an A, but I'm gonna give it an A because Craig and I copied this for O.W.F, and so it always lives in my heart. Yeah. And the feud makes no sense because Flair and Anderson have been feuding. Anderson defeated Ric Flair at Fall Brawl the month before, and Brian Pillman came out and sided with Arn Anderson, and it's a whole thing. Like, so they were actually separating Anderson and Flair. They weren't horsemen anymore or whatever. And then apparently they just threw it to the wind in this match, and they're like, fuck it, let's reform the Horsemen. And then they fucking went back to the whole thing where I remember the promos leading up to this match. Sting looked at Flair, and he's like, if you betray me, I will leave you for dead. Do you understand me? And Flair's like, don't even say that, Sting. Like,
he was know what's gonna happen.
And then the second they did the whole thing where Flair gets attacked at the beginning of the show. We don't know if he's gonna make it. Sting comes out there. It's a handicap match. They beat on him for a week. And then finally Flair comes down, and then they beat on him for another week. Even after Flair's done. And Flair's got a fucking bandage on his head because he got beat up, and he's in just pants. He's in his slacks, his khakis, and he has no shirt on or whatever. And then finally, at how long was it? 17 minutes? At like the 16-minute and 40-second mark, he fucking hot tags Flair. Flair gets in the ring and does his little strut and punches the shit out of Sting.
Right.
And the whole crowd fucking explodes. And then all three reform the Horsemen and beat Sting.
Yeah.
Saying it in a vacuum is why I give it an A, and because Craig and I copied the storyline for our O.W.F. However, it makes no sense. We've seen Sting and Flair forever. It's boring. It's been done before. Like, it makes no goddamn sense. Like, but I just the match really is like a fucking C, to be fair. But like, I give it an A because, man, I still to this day, I know it's coming, and I go like whenever Flair hits him, it's just fucking and Shivani losing his shit.
He's up. Here we go. He's up. He made the tag. Ric Flair. Oh my! What the hell? He hit Sting. It was a plan. It was set up. Oh, let's sit back and watch this. Hey, look at Sting. Sting is. He said if Flair double-crossed him, he'd be a dead man. That's what he said if Flair double-crossed him. Fighting for all he's worth.
Sumo truck match gets a stupid ass F.
What's up?
Yeah.
Oh, no,
so
I don't think
the whole thing going into this was before the main event, which was Hulk defending the title against the Giant in his debut pro wrestling match, by the way. They were going to
4 month build
hook him up.
4 months. 4 months.
Yes. Across the street in the Cobalt Hall is what they call it.
Sure.
Across the street from the arena that they're in, there's apparently a roof where you can have monster trucks on. Yeah. Okay?
That was built for.
Yeah, it was built for that, just for this match. And so, like, they have them on there, and they have traffic fucking A-frames and flashing lights and traffic cones circling this huge fucking rooftop, and they have 2 monster trucks, straps from the front bumper strapped together. And
after a 5-minute interview with Bob Redneck, who developed both of those monster cars.
Dude, so Bob Redneck, we need to talk about him after this because it's fucking brilliant. And I give that segment an A, but we're going to get to it. This is terrible. And all it is so imagine 2 monster trucks, which can't do what they're built for, which is jump and crush other cars. They're tied together with their front bumpers, and you have to push the other one out. And they did such a shitty job of explaining the rules.
Right now.
The giant pushes Hulk's car out, and it moves the barricades and everything. And then you would think it's over, but then the announcer's like, no. Both wheels have to go out. They have to put the truck the entire way. So then I'm like, of course WCW does this or whatever. And then they do it for 5 minutes. This seemed like it was an hour. So this was another Iron Man match that they had on the roof of across the street. And it's an F and it's awful. And Hulk wins. He ends up pushing him out.
But Craig, can we also say cutting to inside the car, and Bobby Heenan says the funniest things like, why aren't they wearing helmets?
It must be hard to hold on to this machine, Bob. It is. There's a lot going on with that size tire and that much weight. I think he's got it, though. He's got it. He's got it. He's going to take him out. He won it. There he goes. Wheels up. And inside.
He's not stopping, though, is he?
Inside the building, the crowd reacting. I don't know if you're catching that at home.
I'll tell you, WCW has changed the course of this.
And it's the most obvious fucking like, oh my God.
Yeah,
why aren't they wearing helmets?
Because Craig, they're not doing anything. They're just fucking rubbing.
And I don't think they're in the cars. They're not driving these monster trucks. These
they're not. They're not. They are in the cars.
They're in the cars. They're not driving.
Yeah, they're in the cars. They made a special trap door where somebody else drives it, like lower than them.
Because Hogan's not even doing the steering right. Like it's almost like movie steering.
When they hit an angle where it was like they hit a certain angle from the passenger side, you see Hulk's silhouette, but you see a smaller person for a minute right by Hulk, like driving the fucking thing. It's so great.
They keep
showing.
It was real back then.
They keep showing.
Wrestling was way more real back then.
It's like,
And there's nothing more exciting than when you see monster trucks to have them welded together in the front.
Yeah, I have to pretend to be.
It's literally just like
that.
Oh fuck! Cause I was 9. I watched it. Like it was real.
I'm watching it right now.
Does anybody say it's better than an F? Anybody say it's better than an F?
Well, no. You're bearing the lead, Dave, because
Craig,
after
you need to. I want you to describe what happens. Hogan wins, and then tell me what happens, please.
And then the Giant gets out of his car, attacks Hogan, who's kind of begging off towards the end of the building. Right. And if we can just have a moment. And then my wife actually said, how do they do that? Because a Giant picks up Hogan by his neck and then puts him kind of on the edge of the building. I was like, and she's like, oh, I get it. He's grabbing his wrist, but that still must hurt. and I appreciated Gina actually watching this actual garbage. And then, so they're standing on the edge, and then Giant falls backwards off to his death off the edge of the building. This, by the way, this is years before Owen Hart.
4 years.
4 years.
No, oh no! Off of that! Somebody get him off of there! Get him off of there! No! No!
Oh my God!
No!
Oh no! Help! Help!
No!
And Hogan acts surprised and then runs. Oh shit! I killed someone, and then he just runs off the building.
Like he kind of acts surprised. He acts surprised, almost like again. Like that's what he got because he's oh no! Like it happened again. Like
I killed another motherfucker.
Like this time, I thought I was gonna not do it, and oh no! Like he was almost like oh no again. Yeah. Like that's what I thought. Like
you guys saw him attack me first, right? I was just defending myself. I mean,
yeah, brother. Why
I didn't throw him off the building. He fell off the building.
He fell off on his own. He's clumsy. He's a clumsy guy.
Oh, bro, I mean,
legit. It's all F's. But I have a question.
Hang on, Dave. I apologize. Yeah. Hang on. I will please pause that. I want to hear your thought. But after he dies, the thing about the redneck guy who fucking made the monster trucks,
Right.
he's forced when they go back, you see, so the way they're seated, it's Shivani on the left, this poor guy who's not a wrestler or in wrestling or anything in the middle, and then Heenan on the right. And they're acting like the giant died, and they're just doing this acting job and selling it. And the guy's in the middle like, I'm in the fuck, what am I doing? Like, you see his face, he keeps looking back and forth.
I'm
He's like,
going
"Are we
to jail.
He's like, is that real? It's
like, wait a minute.
real, bro?
He was like,
God.
he was so confused, like to where he was like,
not-
"Did you guys
I'm not
murder
responsible."
So
someone
funny
on
if
my
he like
adventure?" Like,
to this day he still believes it. Like it's fucking funny.
We all-
He's just like never watched wrestling again because he was so traumatized.
yeah,
he-
he goes into depression.
he went into a hiding because he thought he was going to
Just
get
doesn't know anything.
And that was the last
It
monster
just
truck
went down
I
like he
ever
divorced
designed.
his wife. He divorced his wife and left his kids because he couldn't cope with it.
Just drank himself to death. He's like, yes, I developed the Hulkamania with the bicep on the
But
side
even
of the
on
truck.
even on top of that, I can't help but think about the logistics of this whole thing. Like that's hilarious. But how the fuck? How much?
I was
did the
just
trucks
focused
cost?
on horsepower. I just wanted them to have a good time.
God damn it.
But how much
Hey, you
did the
gotta
trucks cost? How much did it cost for the special seats for the gearboxes for the guys to sit in on top
Dude,
of a
and if they
WCW?
much
didn't,
money, Dave,
if they
too
didn't
much
smarten
money.
Bob, if they didn't
it-
smarten Bob Redneck up, and actually that was Bob Redneck's like actual reaction, is like, oh my
Right.
god, did he die?
That's what I mean.
Oh my god, that would have been great. I
And
guess
God
so-
bless Bobby Heenan, because Tony Schiavone
Oh.
sucks, and he was
My
like,
God.
"We're not hearing anything." But at least Bobby Heenan tried to like to sell what was happening. It's like, what do you mean we
Dude,
don't know
Bischoff-
what's happening? We have a whole technology to talk to everybody by phones, and you can't tell us whether he's dead or not. Like, at
Yeah, he
least
yelled
Bobby
at the guy.
Heenan
He's like, what do you mean
tries.
go try to find out? He's like, go find out now. Like, he's yelling at
Yes.
the guy.
At least Bobby Heenan was trying to sell in his own fucking way, and Shivani's like,
Yeah, of course.
I don't know. I'm not hearing
don't
anything,
know.
Bobby. I was like, his motherfucker's dead. Like,
Redneck Fred, what do you think?
And as a wrestling fan, straight up, I'm like, I know he's not dead. I want to know how much it costs to fucking crane those goddamn trucks on top of that fucking roof. Like,
Yes,
you're
how
wasting
the
my
fuck did they
fucking
get them
time.
up there? They had to
How'd
have
you even get
side
them up
lifted them.
there?
Yeah.
Like I'm not. I know that Giant's not dead. I'm a wrestling guy. I know, but how much did that shit cost? And why did you even bother?
Redneck Fred
Whose
did
fucking
not
idea
know
was-
that
No.
the giant wasn't dead.
He didn't know it was dead. He definitely didn't know the
and
cost
then
of
it's
all that
like,
shit.
back to the
Nobody knows.
ring for Macho versus Luger.
And then faintly when they did that, yeah, he was like, did we sign an insurance form? And then it went right back to the ring.
Am I supposed to stay here for the next match, or do I leave?
It's so fucking
I
funny.
don't know what to do with my hands right now. Yeah.
Do I have to testify
supervise
with
getting
the police
trucks
in
off
that,
the top
or-
of a goddamn hall? Okay.
I did not sign on for this.
I need to call my lawyer. I need my lawyer. I need him now. I need him now.
I invoked the fifth.
How much torque and horsepower,
I can do that,
Bob
right?
Redneck?
Right, Bobby? I can invoke the fifth, right? I need to protect myself.
Oh, God. So what match are we going to, Dave, after this horse
Oh,
shit?
Randy Savage defeated Lex Luger in 5 minutes and 23 seconds.
And then their big blow-off match, because they beat two people previously, is 5 goddamn minutes.
Yeah.
It's
5.
insanity, dude. It's
And
so
Savage
dumb.
drops the
And
elbow.
the
And
that's
entire
been
thing is
15
just
minutes.
taken over by the commentary of Bobby Heenan going, he fell off the building, Bobby! What the fuck? He fell off the building! And so there's nothing is going on in the ring. There's nothing about Savage and Luger. He's like, am I the only one that cares about a man falling off a goddamn roof? Like,
And
it was
Redneck
hilarious.
Fred
We gotta call
too,
the
he's like,
match,
do I-
Bobby. We gotta call the match. Get yourself together.
Oh, shit. God damn it.
Should have been more concerned about the Yeti, you know?
Like,
That's coming.
not to get too weird and like really stoked about it. They did the same
God
fucking shit
damn
in
it.
real life in WWF like 5 years later.
I'm
they just
crying.
went
I
on.
can't-
They just went on with it.
Was somebody
by
tying
the way,
up the-
Owens dead.
Yeah.
By the way.
Yeah,
And they just
they-
kept fucking calling matches.
They took
what the fuck are
inspire.
we
I
doing?
guarantee you, like after it happened, like that day, like they were like, "Do we end
It's like,
the
well,
thing?" Vince is
WCW
like,
did it.
no, let's think about
no.
WCW Halloween Havoc '95.
He's like, Owen's going to walk back out, watch. He's like, "Oh,
Shit.
We can hope.
Oh my
We can
God,
hope.
shit.
Brother.
Oh my God, shit.
We're going to hell.
Shit.
Going to hell. Yep. It's my fault. I brought it up. All right. Well, here's the match of the night, guys. WCW World Title. The Giant comes back to life and brings Kevin Sullivan with him and defeats Hulk
I don't
Hogan.
know. I think actually, Dave, if I can interrupt, Michael Buffer
Please don't.
introduces the challenger first, and then realizes.
Imagine me, and Michael Buffer, having announce that match too after what he saw happen on the.
And he's like, what? And he's
Oh,
what?
shit.
And then he hears Hogan's music, and he's like, what? He's like,
And he came back to
change.
And he came back to do more, which means none of the checks bounced. So, like, he's just still there. Like, he had to fucking do this.
Hogan comes out with heart and says, that was not supposed to happen, brother.
Yeah, like how Hogan has to sell it.
Yeah, Hogan comes out, he gets in there, and he's like, and he tries to act all
down. He's like, no, no.
He's all, I just want to tell you all, whatever happened earlier, that was not supposed to happen, brother. I did not mean for that to happen.
Even though it was taped yesterday, brother. Yeah.
Tell him, Jimmy.
Even though I reacted as if this is the second time that that's happened in my life, I did not want that to happen.
No.
So this is where I say, I'm going to give the match an F. However, it was on a fine line. Let me explain to you how close this was to an A+. This was so close to an A+.
Jesus fucking
So
Christ.
they lead us in here. They do all the stuff to Dave's point. They crane or they, with the riser on the side of the building, get 2 monster trucks up on Cobo Hall. They do that, okay?
Right.
That's a lot of effort. Then they hire Redneck Fred, who he designed all this stuff, and they didn't tell him
Bob
that
Redneck,
the giant.
Please.
Yeah, they didn't tell him, Bob Redneck, excuse me. They didn't tell him that giant really died. So they fucking permanently scarred another human being. They did all of this stuff. Heenan and Shivani are selling their ass off afterwards. They're just like, what? Give me answers. I want it now. And they're doing the whole thing. And if the giant walked out and he was soaking wet and he had the shitty makeup that Johnny B. Bad had on from earlier in the night, and even a fish maybe like stuck in his tights, like hanging out, because they mentioned that there was a river, I would have been like,
over his neck.
Yeah, and then he's staggering a little bit, but he's wet and he's staggering out and he's like, I'm here.
And maybe in the same jacket that he drove the car in.
Yes! Oh my God, yes, even better.
Yeah, exactly. He's all in his wrestling.
I would have given this match an A. I would have been like, they fucking committed from beginning to end. God bless WCW. Yeah. And I would have been all aboard. But instead, he walks out like he just showered. Like he's fucking clean. He's in his wrestling
singlet.
Gear.
I didn't want the Giant to take the plunge, brother. That's a long way down to the parking lot. And I apologize. There was a terrible accident out there in the Giant, as far as I know, brother. After the accident, when I saw him last.
Ladies and gentlemen, the challenger has arrived from the Dungeon of Doom with his manager, the Taskmaster.
He's risen from the dead.
The Rumble is on. Are you ready?
So he fell off the building, he recovered, and then he's like, Kevin Sullivan, take me to my locker room because I have to change. And he's like, of course. And he took him into his locker room and he changed. And then they come out, and then he was totally fine. He combed his hair and curled it and everything. And he's all, whoo! And he walks out and he's like, hi. Like, that's an F. Like, you build me up all night with this horse shit of a storyline, and at the very least, to Craig, fishnet around his fucking neck. He's wet. He's fucking in the same gear, and
even like spit out a little water, like
yes. Oh my God, river water. Like it's like not clear. It's like brown.
Coughs it up.
And Kevin Sullivan's holding his hand.
Yes.
Kevin Sullivan's holding his hand and guiding him down the ring, like
because he can't see. He's a little bit fucking out of it still, or whatever. And there's like a fish in his pocket. And he throws it out into the crowd,
fish in his
like.
pocket.
All of that stuff. That would tell me that would not be an A fucking plus. Like
these fucking guys, Giant comes down there, not even a limp. Like maybe I didn't hurt my not even a limp, not even an arm, not even I fell 50 fucking feet off a thing, and then goes on for 16 minutes in his first match. The most clusterfucky, horrible rookie bear hug, and that doesn't even match what happens at the very, very end of this thing. Like.
It's
what happens at the end,
and then the Jimmy
what
Hart
happens at
stuff,
the end?
like it's like who cares that he betrays him, and then it's just a big old
like
fuck.
that's right. So the big story is Giant betrays Hogan, not that Hogan murdered the Giant.
Yeah, that was all ignored. That and that he survived the fall and he comes out. That's not the big story. Where he could easily beat Hulk, and then you could be like, well, he fucking survived the fall, so he's going to beat Hulk Hogan. Like, no, they didn't do that. Hogan slams him and gets ready for the leg drop. Jimmy Hart gets up and hits the referee with the belt, I think, in the back of the head.
Yeah.
I think it was the belt.
And then
like everyone's stunned, and it actually gets a response from the crowd because people are like, "What the fuck?" And even Shivani's like, "What did I just see?" Like, and it was, but Jimmy Hart turns on Hulk. He hits him in the back of the head with the belt when Hulk turns around, and then the Giant doesn't beat him for the title. He bear hugs him.
Hogan had him pinned. The Giant is still out. Something had to happen. A fan threw something. He got hit in the head. That's what happened. I bet you anything. They've been throwing cups all night here.
All right, he's telling Jimmy Hart to watch the referee. He pushed the referee down. Jimmy Hart is attacked Hulk Hogan for God's sake.
Jimmy, run for your life.
And the Giant's back up. What is Jimmy Hart doing?
And then like the Yeti
Not
comes
just
down.
a bear hug. Not yes. Okay.
Oh my god.
Then the
I totally
Yeti
forgot
comes
about the
in.
Yeti.
Yeah.
Jesus.
A mummy wrapped in all the mummy tape, walks over the top rope, and then dry humps Hogan
So,
to do
yeah,
a double bear hug.
The Giant has Hulk in a bear hug. The Yeti gets behind Hulk and does a double bear hug, but they're really double penetrating Hogan.
He's just banging his dick off
which
his
is
lower
hot.
back.
Which is
That's
totally
all
hot. If you're
he's
into that,
doing
and
right
there's no problems with that.
Gee, my wife,
It's awful.
who's the ultimate like not
The only
fan,
way,
was
by the
like-
way, the only
she
way
said,
that you can-
What is he doing? Is he helping Hogan? And then she's like, he's dry humping him.
I mean, it's true.
But then he just
Yeah.
is dry
And then-
humping him.
Savage runs out, and then Luger runs out right behind him, and then Luger turns and then racks Savage.
and you don't even notice
And then
it.
I'm like,
it's kind of like,
yeah, and you're like,
no,
what
it's
the
just
fuck
so
is it's too much.
What was,
like,
what was the point of that run-in? Yeah.
yeah,
I mean,
you're
he just
seeing
wrestled.
like you're seeing a male porno, and then you just the guy at the beginning of the match should be dead because he fell off a building, and then
Yeah,
like
but
and
he's
then
there.
Luger comes in and apparently turns. So the whole payoff of Luger
yeah,
not
in the
being
middle of
on
all
the
the
side,
chaos, like you almost
And you know
don't
what's awesome?
notice it.
Yeti dry humps Savage for the second time. Then he does the same thing again when it's like, am I good? Are we good? Am I a champion yet?
and he
And
sticks
so
his
he
thumb
does
up
the
Savage's
dry
butt.
hump thing twice. He does it to Savage too. And it's and then Shivani's like, Yeti! The Yeti! So Hogan loses by DQ.
Yeah,
But
and
Michael
then the
Buck
next
has
night
to say
on
four
Nitro,
times to the crowd that he still has the belt.
yes. And then the next night on Nitro, Jimmy Hart said, I was your manager when we signed the contract to this. And because you trusted me, I actually put that if you lost by countout or DQ, you lose the title. And so the Giant won the WCW Heavyweight Championship, but was stripped of it immediately. And
If that's not that doesn't work for me, brother, I have no idea what
Yeah,
it
how
is.
did
That's
of
Hogan.
all the things that Hogan does doesn't work for me, brother. Yeah, actually that works for me, brother.
Hogan like, let's bring in another
Box
guy.
truck and
the whole thing worked
Yeti's
for
gonna
him.
hump the shit out of
The
him.
whole thing worked for him. Tell
Yeah,
me
brother.
now, make fun of me for picking this show. God damn it, this was a joy. Like I haven't laughed harder.
I
This
am
is
the worst.
thoroughly tortured.
You're the fucking worst. That was
It's the worst.
terrible.
Oh, and I was saying too. So the next night on Nitro, they do the thing and they say, "Oh no, the Giant won the title by DQ." So the Giant was a recognized WCW Heavyweight Champion,
Yep.
but he was
100%.
stripped of it. And World War III, which I am going to make you review in November. That's the first World War III. That was for it. Ended up becoming for the vacant WCW Championship. Was World War III. So that next month, you see the layers of the story that Bischoff. He's putting the layers of the onion in
Yeah.
for us or whatever. It's so
I
No,
swear
it's
we all-
long-term
didn't we all
storytelling for sure. He was like the Triple H of his era, Bischoff.
I can't remember. Did
Yeah.
we all watch this at Justice House? Because this was '95. Like I think a lot of us were away at this point.
I think you were in school. I think I was home at this time because we.
Yeah, you were home, Craig.
October.
Yeah, because you did your year of college. Yeah.
Yeah.
So unfortunately, Craig will have flashbacks. So I'm just giving you guys a heads up that
And
we
this is
will.
Those
before
little
the Vegas
PTSD.
shows.
Little
The
PTSD.
When did
for
you start to go to
Chainsaw?
Vegas?
Or
was Vegas before
This was Vegas was the year after. The first year Halloween Havoc was '96.
Well, I'm goddamn glad we didn't go to Vegas for that.
If we would have if it was in Vegas and this
We'd
show
have never
got put
gone
on,
back.
we never would have went back. Yeah, there's no way.
They got better. They got better over the years
Yeah,
for sure.
So overall, a Halloween Havoc for me gets a fucking F. It's a terrible
it's
train
an
wreck
F,
of a
same.
show. But
Chris gives it an A
I
or
hope that you laughed with
plus
us
an A
because
plus.
what a fucking time that we were in here. Like what a goddamn time.
yeah.
Oh yeah.
And Cuz, thank you for staying here.
Yeah, I'm glad you watched it, cuz. I'm glad you
yeah.
enjoyed it.
Yeah.
Yeah, there you go. For audio fans, give us a listen on Apple, Spotify, and iHeartRadio. And for video, check us out on YouTube at Our Wrestling Channel. And look to your left for several other video options. But please give us a follow on Instagram at O.W.P. for Jess, Cuz, and Craig, myself. This is the
That's the
O.W.P.
third time you fucked me up tonight.
What? Well, you were so good
You
at
fucked
Chainsaw.
up
I had to,
twice
think
the
about
first episode, and you barely remembered me this time.
At game.
Yeah.
Do we have beef? Do we have beef?
You're a piece of shit, Dave.
I'm really tired. Really.
Yeah.
You are a real piece of shit.
If you can't tell, I'm fucking exhausted. And also you played Chainsaw so fucking well. I had to.
I'm tired too.
Oh my god. Yeah, you're tired too, and you never have to fucking say shit if you don't want to on this fucking pod. This is the O.W.P. Sign it off. Have a good one.